You know,
Mm.
when I was coming up, I think it was the China Club back in the day. It was this is during the era when the photographers used to go around in the club and take pictures of women. This is pre-bottle service days. Yeah, all that. I don't want to put no smut on their name, but I don't know who it was. It could have been them. It could have not been them. I don't know. He had nothing. But yeah. I won't put no
Seven
smut on their
days,
shit.
7 nights.
But they were. It was a photographer in the club, and this is pre-bottle service days when I'm at the bar and I'm getting the drink. I see an interaction going on with a man and a woman, a dude taking a picture and a woman. They're arguing a little bit while I'm ordering my drink. She throws a drink in his face on his camera and all that. He puts his camera down and starts wailing on her. Knocks her almost unconscious, brings her over to a couch, and proceeds to just wail on her. This is the club. Yeah, this is everything is going on. Music's going on. No one's seeing it. I feel like I'm the only person in the world or in the club that's looking at this interaction going on. I I go over there and I pull her from under him. Like I pull her legs out. You know what I mean? And I lift her up and she's still, mouthing on. I'm like, yo, you just took mad. Like, just get go. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he just picks up his camera
GB
and
the
goes.
vigilante.
Right? Yo, he just picks up his camera, go to another side of the club and just keep taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? And that's when shit like that used to happen all the time. But it's like, yo, man, like you throwing, like just avoid the interaction. That's what I'm saying, Ron. A nigga that's gonna hit a woman in public or violate a woman, we can't rationalize with them niggas, man. Like, there's no talking to them niggas. Them niggas ain't watching this. They're not trying to be better. Like, these niggas is, you know what I mean? Those are the men that we actively trying to avoid. It's no rehabilitation for no assholes like that. Dude that hit Shorty in the head with a brick. You know what I'm saying? If she even got hit in the head with a brick, whatever. But, you know what I mean? Like, dude who did that, there's no talking to him. I don't feel like there's any like you think he got a redeeming quality?
I don't
that
think
we
so.
can get through
Nah,
that?
I don't
I
think so.
don't-
I don't think so. Nope. He's fired. He's
You know what I'm saying?
permanently fired.
All right.
You
No.
brushed off-
I'm not
is
saying
fired.
him, but
All
like,
right.
okay,
Right.
you got people coming up that feel like some of this behavior is okay,
Hitting the chick.
and this is what we're trying to combat.
Okay.
The next, somebody who hasn't had that altercation just yet, and he feels like, oh, like if a chick mouth off or whatever, or she do something, she put hands on me, I'm whooping her. She throwing a drink on me, I'm whooping her. You know what I mean? I'm whooping her ass. I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
I beat up a dude or a chick. They need to hear this.
Okay.
They need to hear this because somebody's gonna be made an example of with this shit.
When I brought up emotional intelligence, you kind of like brushed it off. Do you No, I'm just saying. I'm here for smoke. Is that something you believe in, or you think that's like pseudoscience?
I think it's like pseudoscience, man. Like it's some new school terminology.
We're here now. All right. Why?
Because nobody was using the term up until like a few years ago, bro. Like,
People weren't using gigs. People weren't using a lot of things. Like a couple. All right. Let's just keep it on the psychology level. There's a lot of terms that people weren't using a lot of years ago that applied today. With further evidence.
what is?
So you don't think emotional intelligence
what
is
is
a real
it?
thing?
Give me a definition of what emotional intelligence is.
Emotional intelligence is applying your intelligence to manage your emotions in certain situations. So either suppressing your emotions or knowing when to heighten your emotions. So let's just say someone's creeping around your yard. That's okay for your emotions to be heightened because you need your emotions at that point, right? But if it's something as small as someone looking at your lady in public.
Or wait, you might not need your emotion at that time. You might want to have to get low. You know what I mean? You might have to control your emotions.
Yeah. You might want to go on your ninja shit, right?
You know what I'm
get
saying?
up
You
on
might
the
have to
roof
be like,
and wait
oh,
for the
hold on.
nigga. Yeah.
Let me just, I mean, I'm sorry, I just had to say
Nah,
that.
I feel you. I feel you.
On the
So
flip
that's
side.
when you need to rush up endorphins.
But now, what were you
rush
saying,
of-
GB? Now you said with with a girl, right? Your girl.
Yeah. If you're out with your lady, right, and you see a nigga look at your shorty from the front, then you like, I know this nigga looking at her ass. Then you take 3 steps, and then you turn around, and he just got the laser on your shorty ass. You know what I mean? Emotional intelligence is what I'm gonna do now. Like why I gotta escalate this? You know what I mean?
All you're speaking about is logic.
Bars.
All you're doing is like
Emotional logic.
Emotional.
no.
logic.
Stop trying to
It's
make
logic.
fucking
Controlling your
terms,
emotions.
bro. It is. It's just being logical. Like it's like people try to come up with a new terminology to diagnose something, bro. Like yo, bro. Like
What if
they,
there's a
first
word?
of all, no. First
Go
of
ahead,
all,
please,
there's
please,
no
please.
intelligence in emotion, right? Emotion
Why
is
not?
because emotions are not they're not really that controllable.
Yes,
right?
they are. You can
Observation
suppress them.
observation
talk
versus
ab-
inference.
Pardon?
Type of, observation versus inference kind of vibes. It's like
Right. Okay. Yeah.
What do you hear like when somebody gets emotional? What's the first thing they say?
They lost control of their emotions.
No, they say, yo, you need to try to control your emotions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And people normally can't. Either when they start to control it, they're out of that emotion. They're done with it.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
So-
they suppress it. You can still be mad all the way to the car, but you're just not gonna escalate something that you don't feel like needs to be escalated.
Because
Just for the
logic.
sake that
Because
you just feel
because
a certain
logic
way at a certain
Logic.
a
time.
logic drops in there now.
Well, no, logic is part of the math.
Yeah, it's part of the equation.
Part of the math.
It's part of the equation.
Like, yo, logic is
No,
like, yo,
no.
this nigga is.
All right.
This
It's
nigga,
I can
okay.
accept
like,
that.
No,
I
this,
can
no,
accept
no, no,
that.
no.
You're
Okay.
6'2".
No.
That nigga might be my height, and you know, niggas my height get busy. Come on, let's talk about it.
When you look at both, it's one side logic, one side emotion, right?
Yes.
And it sways, right? It's like, are we on the emotional side? And then once we start to get out of there, we start to move to the logical side. That's all that's
Well,
happening.
what if you stay in the middle?
no. We'll see. A lot of things happen, and a lot of things never make it back to the logical side.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of situations and
and they just stay on the emotional side, right?
Never make it. Yeah.
But there's
Yeah,
no.
emotional.
All right,
That's
wait,
the
hey,
one with
where's the intelligence coming in? Where's
None.
the
None.
intelligence?
None.
There's exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
So
that means you have no
it's
emotional intelligence. It's just measuring that.
all I'm saying is that there is a
All I'm
what's
saying
the
is
word?
don't be
What's the
scoffing out
word?
my shit when I be bringing it up. I seen it. I felt that energy. That was high emotional intelligence
Yo,
for me to
every-
ignore it
yo,
and
it's
to
a-
save it and
it's
bring it back
it's a
in.
buzz
That's how
term,
professional-
right? It's a buzz term, but like yo,
I get
a
it,
lot of
though.
the
I get it.
times
That's one that I get.
there's no intelligence in emotions.
That's one that I get though. Like, okay, I get what you're saying, Ron. Yeah, it does kind of all boil down to logic, being logical in a certain situation. But you know, as far as a new buzz term, emotional intelligence, I can get that, right? Because it's just, you know, how to place, use, utilize, control, suppress, heighten, whatever you want to say, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you know, what you do with your emotion.
When
You know what I'm saying?
when he gave the example, right?
Yeah, I don't got a name. I'm right here.
No, when
I'm right here.
when when he gave the example of somebody coming in your yard, right?
Uh-huh.
And you like, all right, your emotions heighten, right? Then you become logical, right? The emotion goes. What am I gonna do? Now I'm in reactionary mode. I'm getting to my logical self, right? There's not like there's no we talk about, we use the word intelligence, emotional intelligence. No, it's gone, right? And then the logic comes in. It's no like, all right, like let me sit here and try to break down my emotions and figure out how I'm feeling or whatever like that. Most people
No,
can't
it's
do that.
using it for your advantage.
They're not going to be a psychiatrist in their head. You know what I mean?
Well, it takes practice and it takes mental. Right, driving. You drive in New York. You drive in the boroughs. You know the level of emotional intelligence you have to just drive without having road rage? When we look at people fly off the handle with any little thing, people cutting them off and they're getting out the car and they bang. Those are people with poor emotional I can't get the word out. Intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are people with no mastery of their intelligence and don't know, of their emotions, and don't know how to use it to their advantage or don't know how to control it. Emotions is just what's an emotion? Emotions
Anger?
is the way you feel.
A feeling.
Happy?
Right.
Yeah,
Emotions and how you exercise that feeling.
exactly. Like, yo, if you beat your kid in tic-tac-toe, you're a little happy that you beat that fucker.
Right, but if you
But you're not gonna sit there and fucking do the Dougie on him. Like you're not gonna, you
I
know what I
wouldn't
mean?
do
Your
that.
emotional intelligence be like, all right, this is a child. I'm supposed to win, but yeah, good. You're gonna hold it inside. That's the small part.
It's logic.
But
It's just
it's not.
All right.
Logic plays an equation of it, but I feel like emotional intelligence is a real thing.
It
It's
just
a new
sounds
term.
it sounds good. So he just wants to say it like
We gotta
20
find
times.
out. We gotta find out. You know,
Right. No.
what our
See,
viewers think.
We've done enough shows.
Yeah, no,
We've
all
done
right.
enough shows. I'm going to diagnose why you feel like you don't like it. You feel like it's a word used to attack men.
No,
Well,
not really, because I feel like a lot of dudes use it too, right? And it's like, yo, bro,
But dudes
I don't
use
think-
it to attack men. You think emotional intelligence?
you know, you okay?
Mean-
No, wait, this is what I believe.
Right,
Right?
go ahead.
What I believe is this. I believe that the sex that's more emotional is women, right? We talk about women being a little more masculine. They're starting to develop more qualities like men, right? You're not gonna call a woman who's normally is emotional. You're gonna be like, oh, now she's acting more like a man now. She's being more logical. So you just got to come up with another terminology for it. That sounds better than saying she's a masculine man or she's a logical woman, right?
Part of right.
And I think that's
that.
where it came from, because women are being a little more stoic than women normally are. They usually are very emotional.
Well, they're mastering their emotional intelligence too, and I feel like women. I feel like women who are with men, their man is softening their emotional intelligence. You know what I mean? We just sat here for the first half of this conversation telling women to diffuse situations,
Mhm.
telling them to get out of situations.
Mm-hmm.
Those are highly emotional, intelligent people that could see something and know, like, yo, listen, I know I'm a person, he's a person, this person repulses me, but I'm going to let him down easy because I just want to get home tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That takes high emotional intelligence. It takes logic too, but I feel like you put logic into the pot with that. You take a little bit of logic.
Wait up. When you just described what you just described,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where somebody literally will play out a scenario in their head and they will compute everything that's going on around them and say, yo, this dude is X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I got to let this dude off easy.
Mhm.
That's not using logic?
Logic is the X. You said X, Y, Z. Logic is the X.
No, you just trying to throw some extra shit in there. It's just logic, bro. Like, yo, it's just logical. Like, yo, all right, bro. If somebody, if you know, if I know that this situation could go this way, that way, and this is normally what men will do a lot of the times, right?
Mhm.
Yo, this could end up this way, it can end up that way. We weigh out the scenario, right? And we try to get the best results. A lot of the times, women don't care about the results because they are, I feel this way at this moment.
Okay.
And you know what? Nothing trumps that. My
This is the
emotions
way
at this,
I
this
feel.
is this is normally how women think, right?
They have no control of their emotions.
But now we have women that are a little more kind of tamed with their emotions, and they are thinking a lot more logical,
Mhm.
right? And I hate to say it, some of them come off, sort of masculine, but then you got some women that are very feminine, but they still are a little more logical.
So why does masculinity have to equate to a poor emotional intelligence? Because that's the way you're looking at it. You're looking at it like.
No, I'm not. See, you're subscribing to the whole emotional. I'm not subscribing to the whole emotional intelligence. You keep using the word, but I'm not using it. You keep using it and saying, I'm saying it's poor. No, I'm not even using that terminology. You're using that shit.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying the word. We're both using it, but I'm just saying the word. You don't want to say the word.
We could agree to disagree.
That
Anybody
and for you to agree to disagree takes high emotional intelligence of you, and I'm proud of you.
All right, thank you. All right. Hit us up in the comment section. Tell us what you think about this, man. Because I think it's just a buzzword and it sounds good, but hey, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
You don't want to believe in nothing I bring around. You want to believe in all your shit. When I bring around something, you don't want to believe it. That's all right.
Man.